Amid the conditions of high inflation, elevated mortgage rates, and slowing sales activity, and at last count, 788 price adjustments just this week alone, and the constant emails about motivated sellers, you've got to wonder, will house prices drop soon? Currently, buyers are entering into a time when they have an incredible advantage, but it feels uncomfortable, unaffordable, or even unsafe. I get it. Over the last couple of years, we've seen home prices escalate with intense buyer bidding, high demand for housing as people could work from home, and of course, a limited supply of houses for sale. Then in April, we saw it all turn as interest rates spiked, leading to more and more price adjustments, more and more houses available for sale, and those houses for sale staying on the market longer than before, all tempting buyers to wait for housing prices to drop. But while you're waiting, inflation numbers have started to soften. The Fed is starting to near its peak, and the economy is showing signs of slowing, which means a recession is coming. And with a recession, it brings lower inflation, lower mortgage rates, but higher home prices. Why higher home prices? That didn't happen in 2006 or through 2008. Because with this economic recession, the housing recession we are seeing isn't due to credit issues or poor lending practices like it was in 2006. It's really about affordability. So let's take a look at what the market has been doing over the last couple of months so you can see the trend and see if housing prices will drop soon or if opportunity is knocking for you. First, the resale market in the Denver metro area, including Arapahoe, Denver, Douglas, and Jefferson counties. New listings were down 27.9% for single-family homes and townhomes and condos, which means we had 3,626 homes available for sale compared to the 5,029 homes last year at this time. Under contracts or pending home sales were down 38.5%, so we had 3,202 homes pending compared to 5,208 last year at this time. Closed volume was also down, reflecting the lower listing inventory and, of course, the lower pending inventory. Listings closed was down 36.6%, so 3,259 homes sold compared to the 5,138 homes closed last year at this time. So when you see these numbers, we're seeing a lot of decrease, which makes sense. We have less homes coming on the market, which means less homes going under contract, which obviously means less homes selling. In September, we saw a similar trend, and this trend seems to be continuing right through October. And as I suspect, when I get November's numbers in December, we may see that trend continue because we've entered the holiday season where things normally slow down. And depending upon what the Fed is doing, which varies week to week, it will be interesting to see November's numbers. This lack of houses to choose from continued pushing up home value. Prices were up year over year 7.2% in the South Metro Denver area and 6% in the Denver metro area as a whole. But way down from the 8.5% we saw back in August and September. The trend continues. Prices are still rising for homes, but definitely slowing down. No more double-digit appreciation like we were seeing earlier in the year or even last year. That's putting the median price of a home right now at about $568,000, up from the $530,000 it was in October of 2021. Median days on the market before going under contract have jumped up to 17, which was the same as September, but a whopping 12 days longer than the 5 it took last year to go under contract at this time. And because of the longer days in the market and the homes coming on the market, we're seeing an increase of inventory of 9 weeks. This is the most we've seen in the last 3 years. But it's nowhere near the 5 to 7 months supply we need for the market to be considered normal, or even the 7+ months of supply we would need for the market to be considered a buyer's market. However, this is an opportunity possibly knocking for you if you're ready. Because even though we're nowhere near a normal market with only 9 weeks of inventory, the reality is I'm seeing something out there that I haven't seen in the last 2.5 years. And that's buyers and sellers negotiating. Things like sellers helping to buy down the rate for buyers, assisting with closing costs, fixing things. All of the things we haven't seen in our crazy market over the last few years are happening right now. All of that brings us back to the question, will house prices drop soon? All of this seems to be trending in the direction of house prices dropping, but let's look at a few facts that you should know if you're thinking of buying or selling a home, and waiting is what you're thinking of doing. According to NAR Chief Economist Lawrence Young, After analyzing the market, Young noted that today's market conditions are fundamentally different than those experienced during the Great Recession between 2006 and 2008. Housing inventory is about 1/4 of what it was in 2008. And NAR lists the current inventory at 1.22 million, still below 2019 and half the historical normal of 2 to 2.5 million. Today, a majority of homeowners have large amounts of equity in their homes due to soaring home prices and because successful home buyers over the last several years had to put down at least 10 and 20% in order to win the bidding war. During the housing boom of 2004 to 2006, most homebuyers put no money down, including on investment properties. Add to that 38% of all homes are owned free and clear nationwide. And in Colorado, it's 29.2% of the homes are owned free and clear, or that's 1 out of every 3.5 homes. 30.35% of all homes are in foreclosure nationwide. It's really low. Builders are slowing down production and they have not overbuilt. Back in 2006, home builders had 30 months of inventory of homes for sale in the Denver metro area, as they had built 80,000 new homes from 2002 to 2005. Today, we're at about 1.5 months supply of completed homes ready to sell. So what is all this telling us? Well, the housing market is undergoing a major shift, and affordability continues to be an obstacle for buyers and sellers. Job openings continue to blow past estimates with 1.9 job openings per worker, with an annual wage increase of about 4.7%. And home equity is sitting at an all-time high at $29 trillion. The reality is that the market is still strong, especially here in Colorado. Even though mortgage rates have doubled since March, home prices remain elevated simply due to a lack of supply of homes. Now, some sellers are taking that let's wait till the market conditions improve for them, while other sellers are cutting prices, offering concessions, and working to attract buyers to their property. If you're hoping for a repeat of 2008, the numbers just aren't there, and I don't see house prices dropping soon. But opportunity might be knocking if you're ready to get into a home. Hi, my name's Peggy Dorstoff with Live Denver Suburbs, powered by HomeSmart. And thanks for hanging out with me today while I have a head cold. If you're thinking about making a move, let's connect. My information is down below in the description box. In the meantime, if you're thinking about living in Colorado, check out this video I did over here, a little tongue-in-cheek, on some of the things you need to know before moving here. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, friends don't let friends rent.